Hi guys, welcome back to Debbie's Collectible Dolls. I'm here to do Theme Thursday on a Sunday. Nothing new there. I'm also going to do a tag from Suzanne at Suzanne's Babies. I think she was the one that started the tag. Gosh, I thought I could hear the phone ringing there. No, it's just in my head. It's the ringing in my head. Yeah, I think Suzanne started it, but I will link her video, her original video, so if she said somebody else started it, it'll be in there. Can't remember, pretty sure she did. And that was the Have You Ever Had a Dream Come True tag. So I'm going to try and do that in a second, but I'm doing pink for the theme Thursday. I know the other half of the theme was teddy bears, but I haven't had a chance to change anybody. I've been a bit busy and I didn't get chance to change anybody into a teddy bear outfit, and this little girl was already in pink. She's in this lovely velour sleeper, which I'll show you in just a second. I love stroking it. It's just so soft and nice. It's got little bunny rabbits on, not teddy bears. I mean, you know, if I kind of hide the ears a bit. Oh no, it's definitely a bunny rabbit, but I'll show you that in a second. She's got a little scratch mitch. Let me take the scratch mitch off. Tongues all over the place. Scratch mitts off, and you can see those little hands of her. She's beautiful. This is Diana, and she is the Vincent sculpt by Nikki Johnston, and she was painted by Samantha Rose Harker. It's really too cold for her to have mittens off, but we'll just show you that there. Yeah, that's who she is, and I'll let you look at her outfit in just a second, but I want to get straight on the tag because I'm fed up of cutting videos down because they overrun. I'm going to get a new iPad this week coming up. I've decided I can't put up with this one anymore. I keep accidentally ringing people on Facebook Messenger because the lag on my iPad is so bad that I think I'm typing a message to somebody, but I'm hitting the wrong button. Actually, I'm hitting call, not a letter, because it's lagging so badly, and I keep accidentally ringing people, which is really frustrating, and I've just had enough. So I'm going to go, hopefully this week coming. I have to go to the post office anyway, so I will pop in and see if I can get a new iPad, because I can't stand it anymore, and Suzanne has inspired me, so new iPad hopefully next week, and I might be able to record longer videos. Who knows? There's definitely bigger memory space in the new iPads than there is in this very old iPad, which was actually handed down through my family from Noah. Right, tag. Suzanne wanted to know if we've ever had a dream and then it happened. Well, this has happened to me a lot of times. So many times I can't even remember all the stories now. I was thinking back to the first one that I recall, and this was when I was a little girl, before we came to live where we live now. I was still in Yorkshire, and now I live in the northeast of England. I was watching, there was a programme, all you British folks will know what it is, I don't know if it was ever outside of the UK, but there was a programme called Tomorrow's World, and it used to show you new upcoming inventions, some of them that we now use, and some that kind of never worked out in the end. Most of them we actually do use. But I remember sitting watching this episode with my mum, and they advertised this new thing that was in development called a compact disc CD player for music. And up until that point it was all records and cassette tapes. Cassette tapes. And I knew what it was. I had dreamt this episode. I dreamt them revealing this new invention of this compact disc, and the thing with mine where it's different to Suzanne's dream, where she remembered the dream, she got up that morning and she started telling her sister about this weird dream she'd had, and it started to happen right there and then. I never remember these dreams until they actually happen, and then I immediately unlocks the dream. So I'm sitting watching this episode with my mum, and I just thought, wow, I've dreamt this. And I immediately remember the dream very, very vividly, very clearly, that I'd had a dream of sitting watching this episode and talking about this compact disc. Same guy, same presenter talking about this disc. And I turned to my mum and said, I know what this is. I know what this is he's talking about. And I started telling her what he was going to say next. Because I remembered it in the dream. And I was absolutely right. He started saying exactly what I'd said. Because I dreamt it. It was so weird. So, yeah. Compact disc. Knew about it before they even mentioned it in Tomorrow's World. And then a similar thing happened when we came to live up here, which was when I was 12 years old. Same thing, actually. It was Tomorrow's World. Besides covering new inventions, they used to do a weird little story about strange stuff. And they started talking about something, you might know what this is from the film, where is it? Indiana Jones, the more recent Indiana Jones films, the Crystal Skull, a terrible movie, but it's actually based on some real artifact. But they started talking about it on Tomorrow's World not long after we moved up here, and again, it broke the dream. And I remember dreaming about sitting in this living room where we live now, watching this on the television. And the funny thing was, I remembered having the dream when we were still living in Yorkshire and dreaming this living room. And it was really surreal. It kind of like a deja vu moment. But the thing was, I remembered the living room. And I stood up and I'm looking around me thinking, I dreamt this living room. I dreamt that living room that we were in while I was in Yorkshire, long before we'd even bought the house, when we were just thinking about moving up here. And I thought it was just the most bizarre thing to be stood in a living room that I'd seen in a dream ages before. Very weird. And yeah, I've had quite a few. I remember being in a new school and sitting in a classroom. It was an English class, and they decided to meld our class with another class, and so some of our class went out and some other kids came in, and this girl was sat plonked next to me, and I looked at her and I'd never seen her before, and I suddenly had this recognition of her from a dream. It came back to me, this girl sitting in this classroom with this girl, and I knew who she was from a dream. It was really weird, and it still happens. It happens a lot. The most recent one was I had a dream about going into the back garden. This was probably earlier in the last year. I had a dream of going out into the back garden in the middle of the night, and there was an owl sitting out on the fence in the back garden. I've never seen an owl in our garden. I saw them a lot down Yorkshire, but never saw them up here. And I'm standing in the garden looking at this owl, and it was a very, very vivid dream. And then probably a month later, I took the dog out into the garden at night, because obviously the dream of the owl was at night. It was a nighttime thing. Took the dog out into the garden, and this owl started hooting in the back garden. It was so bizarre. That was the most recent one that I can think of. But there's so many that I can't even remember them. It's an odd thing, and I have my own theory on it, but it's all kind of very spiritual and Christian stuff. And it would take up a whole video that I can't record on this iPad to go through what I'm thinking about with that, but it's fascinating. It's really interesting. I love hearing your stories about it, so I need to catch up with anybody else who's done this tag, because it's really cool. And now I'll show you this little one right here. Take your hat off, because everybody loves that pretty hair. Ugh. There we go. This is the hat she's wearing. It's a pink hat. It's kind of like a crocheted hat with a pink flower on the front, but it's lined, which is really nice. Needs to be lined in the weather we're having. There she is. There's little Diana George. Sweet. And she's got this lovely pink, it's kind of crossover at the front, sleeper with a white bunny rabbit on it, wearing a little pink dress. And she's got a little teapot there. And it says little tea party. She's got a teapot, and she's got a little teacup there with a heart on it. And what else does it say? Poppy, and then there's little tea cakes there, or little fairy buns, and what does it say up here? I can't see it through there. Made with love, it says at the top there. So it's a nice little tea party, good for a Mad Hatter channel. And then the feet, it's got the feet in there, and the feet are little bunny rabbits with the little ears sticking up. Really, really sweet. And warm, which it needs to be, because, well, there was a heavy frost overnight and it still hasn't gone. We're well into the afternoon now, and it's not gone. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's so cold. But yeah, I better leave it at that because we're going on to 10 minutes on the video, and like I said, my iPad will not cope well with long videos, and then YouTube freaks out when I try and upload it, so that's not good. New iPad hopefully next week, which I'm very excited about. Anyway, I'll leave it there and I'll talk to you all very soon. I will link Suzanne's video in the description, just underneath the video here. So you guys take care and I will speak to you soon. Bye.